One of the vital things that you need to complete is the external cover sheet. I've given you a copy of it, and what you need to do is there are some features that you need to complete yourself. You can see the aspects in blue have been completed for you, but the aspects in red needs to be completed by yourselves to ensure that you have the correct information. So one thing that we cannot do for you is we cannot complete it with your name, because you need to add your own full name to the registration. What is also really important is you need to have your learner number. Now, everybody will have a unique number that is given by the Cash Exam Board, and it will start with 105572 this year, but there will be 3 digits after it. So it could be 111, it could be 555, it could be 777. It doesn't really matter, but it has to be unique to you. You can get this information from your tutor, who will give you that number, and you need to complete that on there. This is the same number that will appear in the header of your assignment, so that people at the Cash Exam Board can check that the work that you have submitted is the same as the work that is attached to you for your exam. The center number is 002697. The batch number is for this year's submission, which is 8055-41494. Now, anything in blue, you can simply leave it as it is. It's not an issue for you to have to worry about. The next section you will find is the submission date. The submission date is the 30th of December, so I'm expecting that the submission date should be as the submission date as well as your learner declaration date. What also needs to happen is you need to sign your name. Now, I appreciate this is electronic document, so you simply need to type your name in here, and it will automatically provide that signature. You do not need to download it, or you do not need to provide an electronic signature that is going to have to be using your finger. So do not worry too much about that. As long as you have signed and dated, that will form as your signature. The key areas that I want you to pay attention to is the fact that your word count must be exactly as the word count you have suggested in the submission of your work on your external task. So if it is 4763, it needs to say 4763 here, as well as 4763 on the document that you have supplied with your word count. This also means that the number of pages must tally with the work that you have supplied. If there is any discrepancy between the word count and what you have supplied, or the page number and what you have supplied, unfortunately there will be an investigation for good reason, because it seems as if something hasn't tallied. So you should be completing this cover sheet just when you have completed your work and are prepared to submit your work. So it's vital that if you can take a look, this is what your cover sheet will look like. Let's make it. And you can see that you will have all of the features that are required. You do need to make sure that you save this document first, and then you make the edits. Do try and change the colors so that they no longer are in red, to make sure that it is all in black, but it should not be an issue for you to do. You can simply highlight the sections, and you will then be able to if you right click, you will be able to change the feature so that it goes into black, for example. And that should happen a little bit quicker than it is happening for me at this stage. So please ensure that as well as your submission of your work, you are supplying me with your own personalized internal assessment cover sheet, which needs to be submitted. Without it, your work will not be marked and you will automatically fail. And I would hate for you to fail for something that will take you no more than 5 minutes to complete, in comparison to how long it has taken you for your external task to be completed. Thank you very much, and goodbye.